21 Days of War, how heaven's messenger was trapped by a demon. What if I told you that some of your prayers are so powerful, they kick off an immediate war in the heavens? When the prophet Daniel prayed, God sent an answer from his throne instantly. But for 21 days, that answer was delayed. Heaven's messenger was intercepted and opposed by a demonic prince. It took the intervention of the Archangel Michael himself to break the deadlock. This is the story of the 21-day war that pulls back the curtain on the invisible battles raging all around us. Section 1. The Setup, a Prophet's Desperate Prayer. Our story starts not on some cosmic battlefield, but with an old man on his knees. It's around 536 BC, and the prophet Daniel is living as an exile in Babylon, which has been conquered by the mighty Persian Empire. For 3 full weeks, 21 days, Daniel is in a state of intense mourning and fasting. This means no rich food, no meat, no wine. He's giving up all comforts. But this isn't a fast for a personal favor or for his health. It's an act of pure spiritual desperation. Daniel had seen a terrifying vision of a great conflict, a future war that shook him to his core. He's praying for just one thing: understanding. He's begging God to explain what he saw and what it means for his people, Israel, who are scattered and living under foreign rule. This isn't some casual, half-hearted prayer. It's a persistent, focused, and agonizing plea. For 21 days, he humbles himself before God, wrestling in the spirit for an answer. He has no idea that his persistence on earth is fueling a massive conflict in a realm just beyond his sight. Every single day he keeps praying, the battle rages on. Section 2. The unseen war is revealed. Then, on the 24th day, as Daniel is standing by the great Tigris River, the veil between worlds is torn open. He looks up and sees a glorious and terrifying being. The man is dressed in linen with a belt of pure gold. His body shines like a jewel. His face blazes like lightning. His eyes are like flaming torches, and his voice sounds like the roar of a massive crowd. The men who are with Daniel don't see the angel, but a terrifying tremor hits them, and they scatter in fear. Daniel is left all alone, completely drained of strength, and he falls into a deep sleep. Then, a hand touches him, and it sets him trembling on his hands and knees. The angelic messenger speaks, "O Daniel, man greatly loved, understand the words that I speak to you." Then the angel reveals something absolutely astonishing. An answer to Daniel's prayer was sent from the throne of God on the very first day he started praying. The moment Daniel chose to humble himself and seek understanding, heaven responded. So what caused the 21-day delay? The angel gives a chilling explanation. "The prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me for 21 days. And right here, the story completely shifts. This isn't just about a prayer getting answered. It's a shocking look into cosmic warfare. Who is this Prince of Persia? This is no human king or political figure. The New Testament gives us a framework for this in Ephesians chapter 6, which says, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness." The Prince of Persia was one of these spiritual rulers. He's understood to be a powerful, high-ranking demonic entity assigned by Satan to influence the Persian Empire. His job was to block God's plans by manipulating the empire, and that included intercepting a message of hope meant for God's people. This single verse reveals a hidden reality. Behind the movements of earthly kingdoms, powerful spiritual forces are in a constant struggle for control. Section 3. 21 Days of Stalemate. For 21 days, a war was fought in the heavens. For 3 weeks, God's messenger was locked in a grueling conflict, unable to break through the demonic opposition. Think about that. A holy angel, sent from the very presence of God, was being actively resisted. This shows the terrifying power and structure of the forces of darkness. They aren't just a chaotic mob. They are an organized kingdom with commanders assigned to specific territories. And for 21 days on earth, Daniel just kept praying. He got no confirmation his prayers were heard. No sign, no vision, no reassuring word. All he had was his faith and his refusal to quit. This speaks directly to one of the most painful experiences for anyone with faith. Have you ever felt like your prayers were just hitting the ceiling? Have you ever cried out to God for weeks, months, or even years, only to hear silence? This story from Daniel 10 offers a powerful and encouraging truth. A delay in God's answer doesn't mean you've been denied. It doesn't mean He hasn't heard you. It could mean your prayer has launched a spiritual battle, and that heavenly forces are fighting for you, even when you can't see or feel it. Daniel didn't give up on day 5, or day 10, or day 20. He kept pressing on, totally unaware that his faithfulness was sustaining the fight. Section 4. The Climax. The Archangel's Intervention. So how did the 21-day standoff finally end? A key player arrived on the scene, a warrior of immense power. The messenger explains, "But Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me." This is the Archangel Michael. He isn't just any angel. The Bible calls him one of the chief princes, a leader in heaven's army. Every time Michael shows up in the Bible, it's in the middle of a critical battle. He argues with Satan over the body of Moses. He leads the armies of heaven against the dragon in Revelation. And right here, he's identified as the great prince who protects Israel. Michael's intervention wasn't just a friendly hand. It was a decisive move that shifted the battle's momentum. The messenger was freed to continue his mission because Michael, an archangel known for fighting Israel's battles, stepped in to handle the opposition. This shows us there's a hierarchy in the spiritual realm. Some fights require a higher rank. It shows that while the enemy might be powerful enough to cause a delay, they're never powerful enough to cause a defeat. God always has the final say and can dispatch whatever firepower is needed to get the job done. Section 5. The Message and the Ongoing War. Now that he was free, the angelic messenger could finally reach Daniel and deliver the message. The prophecy he shared was a detailed timeline of future world empires, from Persia to Greece and beyond, and how each one would affect Israel. It was the exact understanding Daniel had been so desperately praying for. But the angel's job wasn't finished. And get this next part is another jaw-dropping revelation. He tells Daniel, "Now I must return to fight against the prince of Persia, and when I am gone, the prince of Greece will come." The battle was still raging. The angel had to go back to the fight against the spiritual power behind Persia, knowing that after that, a new battle would begin against the Prince of Greece, a different demon that would rise with Alexander the Great's empire. This tells us that history isn't just a random chain of events. It's a story playing out on 2 tracks at once, the seen and the unseen, with spiritual conflicts often paving the way for changes on earth. Conclusion. So, what can we take away from Daniel's 21-day wait? It's way more than just a dramatic Bible story. It's a rare glimpse into the reality of the spiritual world, and it leaves us with a few vital truths. First, spiritual warfare is real. There are unseen forces actively working in our world, trying to influence nations and oppose God's plans. Second, your persistent prayer is unbelievably powerful. It does more than just send a request. It can actively engage heavenly forces and provide the backup needed for a breakthrough. Never mistake God's delay for his denial. And third, God's authority is absolute. The battle might be fierce and the resistance might seem strong, but God's plans will not be stopped. He has mighty warriors like Michael, ready to step in and ensure his victory. So if you feel like you've been praying for 21 days, or 21 months, or even 21 years, and the heavens just feel silent, remember Daniel. Remember the invisible war his prayers were fueling. Your persistence might just be what's sustaining the battle. A breakthrough could be just one more prayer away. If this story opened your eyes to the spiritual realities around us, be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss our next video, where we'll take a closer look at the angelic hierarchy and the specific roles of angels like Michael and Gabriel. And share this video with someone who needs the encouragement that their prayers are being heard and that a battle is being fought on their behalf.